Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Snake Doc here, and today what we're going to do, we have our SAR9 slide, and we're going to replace the front sight with a fiber optic sight for a Glock. So this one is a Chinese version, sorry, and this is green. So we're going to take that front sight out once we get this one off. Now, Glock front sight tool is like a 3/16 inch, I believe. I don't know if it says on here. I just have it marked Glock. But yeah, anyhow, I ground that down. But on this one, there's actually a good amount of room on the sight screw. But it's a 5mm. So what I did was I took a nut driver, and nut drivers, usually it's recessed. Let's see if I can get that to show up for you. So you see how that's recessed? So what I did is I just held this one down on a belt sander until I got it nice and flush, so then I can get a bite on there. So I checked it, and it does fit on there, and I do lock on nice, but I can't get it to break free. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the torch on that sight for a second. See, there might be some Loctite or something on here, and we're going to just heat it up and see if we can break it free. So you just want to keep it moving. Hope that's in frame here for you. You can see the metal will start sweating. You're not going to hurt anything there. It's just like heating it up from shooting. So just hit, one side of the sight. Get right down on that screw. You can see the screw through the top of the sight on this. So we're just going to heat that up, and I'm just going to blast down there for just a second. And we'll try it. I don't want to put my finger on that now because that's going to be hot. No, and it just wants to keep jumping off the screw head. So let's try a little more heat. Let's try it now. It does not want to break free. That's crazy because like on the Glock ones, they're barely threaded in there. I mean, you could do it with like, you've probably seen those tools that are just like knurled, and you can do it with your fingers. This does not want to go. Let's try a little bit more heat, and then I'm going to do that downward pressure on there again. Normally when you heat something like that, you can start to see, like, if there was Loctite, it'll usually bubble up through the threads, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh, that's crazy. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, let's give it another try here. There it goes. Hopefully that's just going to fall out. Oh yeah, there was a lot right on there. Alright, so I'm just going to take this knife and pop the screw, the sight out. I'm going to pause for a second and grab needle nose pliers and a piece of leather. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these needle nose and I just cut a little strip of leather. And that's just going to protect the sight from the teeth on the pliers from ripping it all up. So let's see if I can get a good bite on there. Did not want to move that time. Man, that thing is in there. Let's grab a punch and I'll try smacking it out that way. Okay, so I just grabbed a 3/32 punch. There it is. Okay, we got the side out. And here we can see the hole is cut very similar to the Glock oval. So we'll see if that one is going to drop in without any fitting. Let's check it out here. And the first thing I want to do is find out what size screw they're using. So here's the Glock tool. And that's going to work just fine. So I'll be able to use the Glock tool on that. Now on this sight, instead of being like an oval shape, I don't know if you can see this, it's very squared. So we're going to see if it'll fit on there. So it looks like it's just going to need a couple strokes from the diamond file just to slim it down a little bit. So let me grab that and we'll knock that out and we'll get it put in there and I'll show you. Okay, so we got our needle file here. It's like a jeweler's file. And this is the square profile one. And this edge is really small, but it is inset from the edge of the sight. So I'm just going to ride the bottom of the sight and just slide. And I'm going to do like 5 strokes to each side. And we'll check it. There you can see the little bit that got taken off. You see the shine on that. And we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. And I'm just using my thumbnail against the border of the sight so that I don't go up onto that. All right, let's check it. So it's basically there. I'm going to do just a couple of strokes and then I'm going to hit it with some 1500 grit sandpaper. And then we'll cinch it down with the screw. So I'm going to do 3 on that side. And then I'm going to do 3 on this side. Okay, now I'm just going to take some sandpaper wrapped around a piece of stick. And I'm just going to smooth that out. You don't want a sloppy sight fit. So just be careful. Don't go hacking away at it. And you want it to be, you know, symmetrical. So there we can see that I can press that down now and it's going to go into its spot. So I'm just going to make sure that it's going front to back straight. Yep, and then I'm just going to press it down. So there we can see now it's sitting flush against the slide. We have it straight, pointing straight down. So that is our new sight picture. So let's make sure the screw works. This is always the fun part. Usually what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of like a dab of grease, which I thought I had some right here. This might be some. Nope. And smear it on the inside. I put an eraser on the inside of that tool so that the screw doesn't drop down too far. But what I'll do is I'm just going to set the screw in there. And then I'm going to try walking it up in there this way. It does take some patience. Unfortunately, that screw is so tiny. I'll just pause for this so you don't have to sit and watch me fumble. Okay. So we got the screw cinched down on there. You're probably not going to be able to see, but anyways. And then there is our front sight, and you can see it's a decent amount longer than the stock sight. Here we can see that's our sight picture here indoors under fluorescent. So nice bright green dot. Okay, so there you go. A Glock front sight is definitely going to work. But you can see the dovetail is completely different for the rear. So I'll just throw this in my parts bin. This has a set screw. Might put it on my Glock 17. I don't know. I like just a solid rear sight usually. So we're all set. So if you have a SAR9 and you want to fit a Glock front sight, whether it's a night sight or a fiber optic or a tritium fiber optic, there you go. It'll work. So just take your time, and you might need a little bit of heat and a little bit of persuasion, but you're going to need a 5mm nut driver. Just buy a cheap set and then just grind it so that you got a nice flat surface here, and that can get on that factory screw head. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you're signing up for that free Beretta holster I'm giving away, and I always appreciate subscriptions, comments, and thumbs up. Shoot safe, guys.